can't remember what I'm fucking doing. Closing out this second stage, I thought it was you were sitting down. Is a wonderful comedian. Please make a lot of noise, put your hands together for Barry Matthews!
Not quite the Maximus intro, was it? But that's not his fault, that's because my name's Barry. That's why that is. Really, there's going to be no gladiator films with fucking Barry being all that. So I looked it up, I want to know what it meant, and it meant useless wardrobe from IKEA. That's what that fucking meant. And then I just thought, no, I've got to go better than that. I thought there must be something else that Barry's good for. And I'm like, oh, you know what? They fucking had an island and they called it Barry Island. So I looked into that, and it's not even a fucking island. They just, they dug about 3/4 of the way around and then left it. And then just to make it worse, this is true, you can look this up, it's where Fred West had his ashes scattered as well. So at that point I just stopped looking up meanings for my name and thought, oh fuck it, this is not good, you know, I've had a tough childhood. You know, I did have a very tough childhood, you know, I'm of a certain age, and you know, I knew I had a tough childhood when Jimmy Savile didn't write back to me. You know, I knew, you know. But if I'm one thing, I am persistent. So I kept going. And my last letter to him, I just went, I'm dead to you, aren't I? And he wrote back. And he went, not even then. You know, so when you know, you know. And I put this down to the fact that I was also epileptic as a kid as well, so I thought maybe I just would be moving around too much for him. And it was tough being in school, you know, as an epileptic. It was a tough thing to do, you know. I'd like to apologise for the 3 girls out there I used to play kiss chase with, because it was 50-50 as to whether you kiss them or they get repeatedly headbutted for 30 seconds. It's horrible. And only kids have been held down for the class photo. Do you know what I mean? You'll fuck it up. Parents got £1 for this. And, so that wasn't good. And you know, excitement was my kryptonite. If I got excited, I'd have a fit. So when I got into my teenage years, my dad decided, well, I better have a chat with him. And factoring in my epilepsy, my dad decided to do an anti-sex talk for me. And just sat me down and said, "Pal," he said, this sex stuff, he said, I don't think you're going to be any good at it. He said, the first time you do it, it'll be one pump and you're done. He said, and sometimes he said, you just might get too excited that you just won't be able to perform. And he went, it'll be, and this is what he left me with, and I like paying these things forward. And he said, it'll be like pushing a marshmallow into a purse. Yeah, exactly. That was exactly my response. So I went through quite a bit of therapy after that. But I beat it. I've got married. You know, I've got kids. You know, 4 kids. You know, three lovely girls. You know, one's a rescue as well. Well, you know, you can rescue a dog. You can rescue a kid. You give them a better home. You still have to pick up their shit after them. But yeah, so I'm a stepdad. So that's interesting because I'm now actually technically a porn category as well. Who fucking knew? Who fucking knew? So, wrong, absolutely wrong. And I am getting older. I am not catching up with the world, and all this porn nonsense. It's too much. I mean, the other day I saw one where, and I don't know how this works, and if it's not right, porn used to be a little bit educational, right? But if you are naked and you get stuck in a washing machine, right, right? I don't think you should call a plumber. Yeah, go on, Pete. Yeah, sorry. And the thing is, the dad in me was very much like, well, that's a fucking waste of a call-out charge, isn't it? And that's what happens with me. I am a bit of a fucking dad as well. So, I've been married this week. Been married 14 years. Yeah. Or as I like to call it, 7 pandemics. That's how long that is. Make it real. Not like mate comes up to you 14 years. Oh, if you did armed robbery, you'd be out by now. It's like, no, make it count. 14 years, 7 pandemics. That works well for me. And like I said, I like to pay it forward. So I like to give you some advice. This is the best bit of advice from my 14-year marriage so far. And this is, if you are married or you're in a relationship and you share a bathroom, don't share a bathroom together. Not one of you in the shower, one of you sitting on the loo. It's really simple. Your other half does not need to know that your satisfying poo face and your cum face are very similar. Alright? They really, really don't. Yeah, that is, you don't want to sort of do that. It ruins the moment, it really does, because it's like, I've seen that face before. Oh, that's not the face, by the way. Not going to do it for you, it's private. So no, generally happily married, but things are getting a little bit stale. I know things get a little bit stale when my wife found me very sexy attractive the other day because I put the bins out in the right order. You've really got to fucking mix it up then, haven't you? It's just like, oh yeah, that shit never used to happen. So we just tried a little bit of role play, we're doing sort of doctors and patients, so that's not good. There's 3 weeks to get an appointment. And now she's on strike. But don't worry, I'm going to get her to be a teacher. Oh no, that don't work either. They're on strike as well, isn't it? Oh, it's just really sort of can't catch a break, really, So, but I know, look, I'm getting older. Stuff's just getting weirder for me. I mean, I didn't know this, but apparently, during sort of sex, you can sort of choke someone a little bit consensually. But not during an argument. That's what I mean. I just don't get it. It really is. It's fucking nuts. It really is. And she doesn't mind I do something. She gets a little bit funny about it. She you do all the sex stuff. She says, why don't you do something nice? Oh, fucking all right, I'll do something nice. Why don't you do about Bridgerton? What the fuck? Now, someone's just laughing like, have you seen Bridgerton? Okay, so this is for my wife. I'm going to do a little bit about Bridgerton then. So, I've watched Bridgerton. Anyone here that's watched Bridgerton, give me a shout, please. Hey, right. Who's not watched it? Hey, right, I better explain it to you. Right, so it's set in Regency era England, right? And the Bridgerton family got lots of daughters who want to marry into high society. And there's a really fucking handsome Duke of Hastings, played by a really fucking good-looking black guy, all right? But he had a fallout with his dad. And so he said on his deathbed, I am not going to actually carry on the family name. So he, for the rest of the season, uses what is known as Barry's withdrawal method, which I'd like to say 4 kids in does not work. Throughout the rest of the season. And this is the power of TV. This is the power of TV, because I am there and I get caught up. And I'm watching it and I'm thinking, wow, and I'm cheering on for the fucking TV. For a black guy to come inside a white girl. It's like fucking awesome. It's like absolutely hammering it. It was like absolutely great. And so I can't wait for season 2 and 3 now, so I'm going to be watching that as well. So that didn't go down as well as I thought it was going to go down, actually. I laughed a lot more in my head on that one, I must admit. So back to the drawing board there. But anyway, you've been great. Thanks very much. Cheers. Bye.